Hey, welcome back to the channel. I know you guys haven't seen me for a while, so I thought a quick update is probably a really good idea. A couple of you have inquired how things are going, and I answered there, but I wanted to let everyone know. What I did was I sent my prop back, and it just like once I got past like the 13-hour mark on the Hobbs, it just wasn't seeing any change really in how the prop was performing. So I sent it back. We made some calculations. We took all my data from in-flight, and basically what my prop became, I don't know if you recall, let me flip it around here, I'll show you. So what it became is a 5424, and you can see January 24th was when they actually completed the repair on it. I say repair, but it was really a modification, not a repair. So it lost 2 inches, an inch off each of the tips, and what that's done for us is we've gained 200 RPM static, and so hopefully between when I got it back, and then the weather was really bad like into February, and then I was doing quite a bit of traveling with my job, and so by the time I got out and got the prop back on, it was it was still not great weather. It was either crazy windy or really cold or something, and now the weather's stabilized, it's improved, so I was able to get out, and I just got back from just doing a bunch of taxiing, so just to kind of wake up the feet a little bit. But anyway, the 200 RPM static, I'm anxious to see. Maybe tomorrow morning, it looks like the weather should be really good tomorrow morning. We'll get a flight in, and we'll be able to see what the performance looks like in the air. So, but everything's going really good. I did have a 100 RPM change on the low end, so I had to move the idle screw a little bit to, it took about, it was a quarter turn, excuse me, a quarter turn got the idle where it needed to be on 1,000. And I verified everything using basically it's an RC GT power tachometer, and I was able to do it from inside the cockpit, and I would just stick my arm out the side and shoot at the prop, and I was getting a really good match, like within like 10-20 RPM. So I feel really good about the numbers, and I feel really good about picking up that additional 200 RPM. I think that's gonna make a big difference. Plus I think this prop, based on what Dominic says, it should climb a lot better than the other one. So, but the flight will tell all. So a while ago, when I first started flying, oh, by the way, this is the next thing I'm going to tackle is these gaps in the wing root, and I'm just going to take some vinyl tape, and I'm going to tape this off and kind of tape it out to about here on each side, and then I'll come in here, and basically from where the spar attachment is around to underneath here, I'm going to make a fairing that comes in here with some fiberglass cloth, and I'll lay those two up, and it should go pretty smooth. I'll kind of wax the tape, and so it'll you know, detach itself really well, and I think that vinyl tape might actually detach itself even without waxing it. But either way, I'm going to fix those now that the weather's warm, and epoxy will work like it's supposed to. But in the beginning, I had gotten some comments from a number of you saying it was always my intention to wear a helmet, just so you know. It just took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to do aside from just going out and purchasing a $1,000 helmet or whatever they are. I know there are some that are way more than that even. So what I've done is I took a tactical helmet, and I've adapted my David Clark's to it, and I have to tell you, it works extremely well. And these are Yeah, I have less than $50 invested here, and but it's nice to know that I'll have some protection in case of a rollover. God forbid, and we're not planning on that, but just in case, I've got that. These adapters here that go on the tactical helmet are really not that expensive. I think the set might have been maybe $15, and all I had to do was just machine a little aluminum piece right here. Now the David Clarks, they actually have a clip. I think that, I don't know if that's what you call yeah. There's a ring, and basically that goes on the, when you put the headset on the David Clark head part, it just uses a little capture ring. But what I did is I just, after I made these pieces here to fit this part here in the inside diameter, where I've machined it right here, hope you can see that, but where I've cut out the slot, it just fits, this snaps on there, so it's to the inside diameter is what it's machined to, but you can see this closes up, so it just kind of snaps on, and it works perfectly. And I just epoxied these onto the David Clark posts that come out of the headset. Now others use screws, which would even make this a lot easier, because you could actually figure out some sort of a washer arrangement, I think. But this was simple, didn't take very long to do, and it's makes for a really good helmet. And when you're putting it on, these kind of snap out like that, so they pop out, and then when you put it on, you just snap that back in, and you have a nice tight fit against your head. So yeah, so I was excited about that, and glad that it worked out so well. I mean, I don't know, I think when you're a home builder, when you see something that costs a lot, and like you can buy these things that connect to David Clark from, I think, something called Flying Cowboy or something like that, but they're like 75 bucks, and I just preferred to, it's like, oh, I can make that, so there we go. And that's what I did. So the plane is plane's looking good. I've got to get some more letters. They have come off. They're coming off, and they're continuing to come off from flying. But I made these myself. Go figure. I made it myself using my wife's Cricut, but I think I used the wrong vinyl. There's a more industrial vinyl that I can get that I'm going to go pick up, and I'm going to cut another set, peel these off, and as you can see, this one is basically in the same situation, coming apart. And yeah. So anyway, I just wanted you to have a nice update, kind of know how everything's going, and how I'm doing, which I'm doing great. Can't wait to get back in the air, and I'm excited that we've made the adjustment on the prop, and anxious to see how that turns out in the flight. So anyway, I will catch you guys later.